Hello, Libra, and welcome to your August 2019 reading. This is my best friend Elvira sitting next to me. We've actually been friends since kindergarten. And the funny thing is that we're both Libras, so I thought it was very appropriate to have her next to me. I was thinking maybe on certain readings I can have the actual specific zodiac sign with me, so that way I can pull the energy a little bit stronger, and it helps me have a little bit focus, so that way I can get these readings scheduled a little bit more on time for you guys too. Libra, when I was thinking about you today, as I've been preparing for you for the last 24 hours, I was thinking of, and get ready to write this down because you might want to Google her. She's a real life queen, and her name is, I hope I'm spelling it right, it's Farah Pahlavi. It's like Farah if you pronounce it in English. Pahlavi. The reason why she reminds me of you, Libra, is because her birthday is on October 14th.
That's my birthday.
Yeah.
Literally on the spot.
Literally. So I was like, you know what, Elvira, you're going to sit right next to me and we're going to have this talk. If you guys do some research on her, for the last 30 years, she's been sitting in a different country, sitting in exile. And the reason why I know about her so much is because with my nationality goes back 6,000 years ago, but her ruling came way later. And it's at the same location now, though. So even though there's very few of my race still existing, but the Persians came afterwards. And she's the ruler of the Persians in the country of Iran. She's currently sitting right now in France. And I was really mesmerized by her. I mean, she's very kind. She takes care of her family. She's into beauty. She's into fashion. She's into art. She's very peaceful. She's very civil, but she has ran away from her country. She doesn't like it when people fight. So she left the country, and now there is oppression. People have to cover themselves up. Laws have changed. The oceans have even been segregated now. Men and women can't be in the same oceans anymore, since her and her husband have had to sit in exile. I mean, I guess there was some bad business dealings, you know. Libra, if you've been involved with someone in the past that maybe has affected your family, don't feel bad because the Queen of Iran is going through the same thing. But your life is not that bad because it's not affecting the world. Do you understand how important Libra is now? When you leave your home to catch a break, there's freaking there's this Middle Eastern war at your house when you're in it. So it's like you have to leave home. You can't be at home. So if you're living in exile, don't feel bad. There's a real life queen who's a Libra who just doesn't feel right at home right now. It's because not everybody's listening to you right now, Libra. I just feel like you've had the right concept. You've been telling everybody what needs to be done. You've been visiting from the poorest person to the richest person. From the person with all the welts or blisters or cancer or diseases. You've never been scared to be around anybody. You don't judge anybody. You'll be around everybody. Even though you are the sign of scales, even though Simon Cowell and Judge Judy are both Libras, they are both judges. You will look at the innocence of everything. You'll look at every angle of both sides, and you will try to be as fair as possible. So, if you feel like you don't have a partner standing beside you right now and making you feel like you need to be the queen that you need to be, then start looking at Farah's documentaries. And if you never knew what zodiac she was, you'd be like, Farah, you know that Queen Elizabeth could do it all by herself. How come you feel like you can't do it by yourself? Well, excuse me, you guys. The customs in England are completely different than the Middle East. They're not going to give women their rights. Excuse me. If your husband is dead in the Middle East, you think you have all these rights? But what about us teaming up with her and saying, hey, you know what? Everybody should have equal rights. Everybody should have equal rights. Because while she was reigning, it was okay to have different types of religions in that specific country. And now all of a sudden that her reign is gone. Everybody's fighting and killing, and there's war, and there's a lot of greed because out of a Libra, there's a lot of richness and abundance that comes from Libra because Libra works with everybody. There's a lot of fairness. There's a lot of negotiations. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
We're sending each other clients back and forth. She does hair, she does makeup, and we're constantly sending clients back and forth to each other. And I'm doing the readings with you guys. So in this life, we're noticing that collaborating is extremely important. So Libra, if you're missing your king, I know that you have a best friend out there. And sincerely, your Libra best friends are out here waiting for you to talk to you. If you need to get on the comments, if you guys need to know more about the history, if you guys want to know anything about anything, please let me know. Please please like, please share, please comment, because it really means a lot to us, and it does. Your words, your voice, it really does get out there. I can't reply and respond to everybody, but I am reading them daily. I'm reading them constantly. So if you guys want to share anything with me, I'd really, really sincerely appreciate it. But the main frontal thing on your mind is the way that someone in your past has treated you. There has been somebody in your life that does not respect you at all, and you can't get the words out of your head, Libra. They've said some painful, painful things to you that you don't understand how any human being can talk to you like that when you work so hard to contribute for life, especially the loyalty that you've given this person. Or, you're trying every way possible. Libra, there is a playboy energy that was in your vicinity, and it is, I don't know if you guys can feel it, but you're kind of being stalked right now. Sorry, I'm going to get a little bit comfortable. You guys should be super careful with your social media right now, because I get a kind of a little bit of a stalkery vibe. So if you guys are posting anything publicly, or if you guys are displaying anything, whoever you're involved with right now, whether it's your household, whether it's your country, all eyes are on you right now, Libra. All eyes are on you right now. They're trying to figure out what is going on, because you're the center of all of this. You pretty much have all the zodiacs around you all the time, and they want to know where your center is. And everybody's trying to figure out how genuine your heart is. And you've seen bitter people around you that have lost loves, like people that go through breakups that just completely have been evil. You understand how it is to lose love. You understand this. You probably went through it with your parents. Maybe you went through it with your aunts or your uncles or even friends. You constantly hear about breakups and relationship issues all the time. But the thing about you, though, is that you have the heart enough to open up and listen to everything that is going on around you. So your family knows that about you. Your friends know that about you. Everybody knows that you're the connector. You're the glue to the wood. You're the jelly, for the sandwich. The thing is that there has to be some give and take, and there's no negotiations going through. It's not the way that you want it. So there's, I get a stalkery vibe, but I also get someone that's like very passionate about you, but there's a lack of commitment, and you're just like, what is this bullshit? This had caused some bad luck in the distant past. A person that was that non-committal towards you had caused severe, 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 severe bad luck. There has been losses of finances and fighting as if it has caused world war. And it's in your home. And if it's in your home, as popular as you are, it affects outside. Because, for example, my best friend, Elvira, you're a cosmetologist. You'll do hair. You get the energy, you'll get the feedback, and you give the energy back. People are sitting in your chair constantly. They're telling you about their feelings. They're telling you about their relationships, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And you're constantly giving them advice too, isn't it? And you always are trying to give them the best energy.
Definitely.
You feel like it's a responsibility to give this guidance. Definitely. As a Libra, right?
Well, yeah. It's the only time we get to step away sometimes from reality, and it feels nice to get your hair done sometimes and just step away for a little bit. But yeah.
But there's been times like I was looking at the Queen's images recently, and I remembered that when I was at my most depressed stage, I wasn't doing my makeup, I wasn't fixing myself up, and recently I was looking at the pictures of that actual Queen, who is a Libra currently right now. When we lose ourselves, we know like that person is just, they're not at the stage that they were before. You could see some before and after. It's not her personality to be standard. She, if you guys look at before and after pictures of her, it's a completely different image of how she looked like before and now. And this is just an example of another Libra. Um, Everybody is waiting on what her advice is. So even as me, if I work in, like, this is not the only job that I do in my field. I work in telecommunications, so I'm constantly working with customers and clients, and they're constantly looking for advice and connections and things like that. They're looking for other people that can do businesses with them as well. So we're constantly being the connectors. That is Libra's job. But Libra, you need to be careful with what you're talking about. You need to be, right now is the time to be careful with how much information that you are exposing. There's been a huge lesson in your life because I think that you were raised with a huge, pure heart. And there's some information that you have that you can tie together, but you have to be careful with exposing too much information, especially to the people like your love people. Like if it's your boyfriend or your girlfriend. I think your friends are safe at this point, but there may be some business dealings or some seeds that you want to plant, that you want to hold before you put all your nest eggs into just one egg. So I think you might want to figure out where to put all the little savings around in different pieces, because there may come a time that one person might find a nest egg, might take that nest egg away. So you might want to have a little different little places of finances or extra finances or ideas of ways where you can negotiate with other people and bring more abundance and business across your paths. The reason why I was saying this is because when Libra is not fixed up, she or he is not in the public. They don't like to be in the public when they don't feel their best. And as a queen or an empress or an emperor, Libra, because you are, you will not go in the limelight when you don't feel good or when you don't look good. And that affects the public, because when you disappear and your voice is gone at that household that always needs your advice, there's war when you're not around. You don't realize it. And a lot of people have too much pride to tell you that they're being caused suffering. There is a person that is absolutely in love with you. You may even have more than one who are completely, utterly obsessed with you, that would do anything to help you and bring your kingdom along together, just the way that you need it. But there's a recipe to this that you haven't been open to for a long time. First of all, the spirit of a Leo has not been around you for a while. It's been since last year. And I don't think it was even that strong. Like it's going to be a little bit more like it will be at the end of this Leo season. The lion reminds you to be strong. And the reason for that is because Libra, you don't like being in the limelight sometimes. As beautiful as you guys are, you guys don't even notice it. You don't even realize it. You guys act like you're just some mediocre people. We do. We do that all the time.
Right now, I want to just sneak away.
I told her, I said, get back into the camera. Like, what are you doing? They don't want to be popular. They don't want to be famous. But when it's inside the box, you know her as a friend. She's so humble. You can have a long time conversation with her. But outside, everybody thinks she's someone completely different. And that's how the queen is too. She stopped being social. She's not talking to her peasants. She's not talking to the people that can negotiate with each other. But you know all these people that need the negotiations. So if they would just listen to you, you could build an empire together, just like she could. So moving along, there was immense amounts of bad luck, and it's because you think that you don't have a partner. That's why you are lacking right now. So the lack of a family structure is going to really, really get to you, and it's going to be like a saying that you tell yourself from now on: devastation brings inspiration. Let me say that again. Devastation brings inspiration. When you realize that your family dynamic is not working, you're going to stop working on what you were working before. Now, if you've been dealing with a Capricorn, you're not listening to them anymore. If they have any rules for you, if they have any ideas for you, or if there's anybody toxic in your vicinity, or anybody that, or any addictions that you've been dealing with, you're not dealing with that shit no more. Things are changing. Done. The reason why is because you're not allowing yourself to stay in the hermit mode anymore. You're going to get yourself out of this because you're starting to realize there's people around you that are helping you. The reason why you're not trying to be addicted to this person anymore, or this Capricorn anymore, is because this Capricorn, you've realized they have a poverty mentality. So if you've been dealing with someone that has addiction problems, or if you have addiction problems, then it's going to give you poverty mentality. If not, then you're dealing with a Capricorn. And the Capricorn has been planting ideas in your head to have poverty. And that poverty is the best way to go. Poverty will teach you the right way, or maybe they want to be immensely successful. They're saying, oh, we should have a successful life, but every time they do it their way, it's very impoverished. Their style is very impoverished, and then they think they have the idea for everybody else. The thing is they have the image, they have the right look, but if they work with others, it'll be a success.
Capricorn?
Yeah. If you guys are dealing with the Capricorn, they don't work well with others.
Capricornio.
Would you say that that's true? That they're just very like loner type energy?
It can be. I mean, what do you guys think? Leave a comment down below.
Well, it's either the Capricorn or it's the addiction. Whatever you're letting go, it was a reason for you not to be abundant. Whatever that was. Could be someone that's immensely addicted to you too. But you had a lot of anxiety, Libra. I mean, if you guys are getting like blisters on your skin or rashes on your skin, hyperventilation, or like any health problems.
Eczema.
She never had eczema.
Never had eczema till like recently. Eczema.
Yeah, now it's like every time she has stress. So now we know that it's geared from the stress, you guys. It's from the stress.
Horrible.
The queen, Farah, when they were exiled, her husband, like, I think I was listening to the documentary, he like died shortly right after. He couldn't make it. And I'm not sure if it was the health conditions or, it could be a huge cause of depression too, you guys. Huge cause of depression. Because it really triggered me when you said that, I've noticed every time that you stress out, you break out in hives. So I'm starting to think that this is a feeling thing. Well, not that I'm starting to think. I've always known this. But I have ways now, examples now to show you guys that this is really linked from stress. And I think that stress could cause cancer too. I think so. But it's this person. This person makes you feel like you're stupid. It's like this person acts like they know everything, but they're very immature. They don't have the right formula to the recipe of the cake, but you do. Because I see you as the magician. Libra, there was a betrayal that happened in your life that happened on purpose, and you were supposed to have the greatest love of your life, so that way you were supposed to have the biggest betrayal of your life so you can have the greatest love of your life. Because that betrayal was going to bring everything back together again. So if you feel like you have the worst luck, I'm telling you, go watch the Queen and Eyes documentary, and you tell me if you have the worst luck. Can you imagine being an empress and having to be exiled, and now you're living in a different country, and your husband is dead, and everybody's waiting for you to go back home, but you can't, because there's other men that have taken over your palace.
That's crazy.
Like, that's your property. You purchased your own property. Mm-hmm. And now people are sitting there and saying, oh, you woman, you can't rule. So what do you do at that point, Libra? Because you guys don't like to fight, right? You guys don't like to fight. You need someone to stand up for you. I know. I know. You've done all the good work, and as long as your karma was straight, I see Aries and Leo coming towards you. So let me go ahead and explain. Those are your soldiers. So whenever you guys are not strong, fire signs will be sent from God for you guys. Those are warriors. I believe Archangel Michael was known as Aries, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. All right. I have the Four of Chalices, Four of Cups. What this means is that you were very indecisive before because there was a bunch of options that were coming towards you. There was a time period when you saw a lot of options that were coming towards you. Nothing is better than the truth that you have. And you know what I'm talking about. But you haven't talked about it. Nothing is better than the truth that you have. There's so much to everything that you know that once your truth is unlocked, money comes in. There's a seed that you're planting right now, but it can't go fast, I know. And you can't tell a lot of people about it because it's a major revolutionary project. You're not going to take any risks with the wrong person. And you better listen to all your intuition, Libra. Be careful with certain people. The ones that are genuine, you know who they are.
Go with your gut.
Yes.
Go with your first instinct. Don't
There's gonna
double
be
guess yourself.
There's going to be something very innocent that you hear from a water sign. This could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. This will be an offer of love. It could be from a child. It could be from a person or whatever. But it may spark an idea that if you get this option from this person, you don't like fuck boys or fuck girls. Pretty much. It's just like, I think a Scorpio comes in your vicinity, or a Cancer comes in your vicinity, or a water sign comes in your vicinity. And then you realize, I don't like people that are in and out of my life. Like, they help you realize that. And it's because the person that you were dealing with was very, 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 very delusional. They're very delusional. They don't see what they're doing wrong. They don't. It's like seriously talking to a wall and yelling and yelling and yelling. It's like they don't get it. And it's like they don't want to get it. Libra, they were raised differently. They were raised different. I'm telling you, they were raised differently. Yeah. And the person that you're dealing with, Libra, their world is upside down right now. Because if there was prosperity before, they may be comfortable now, but they have a mask. They have a very good mask. They're suffering in silence. But at the same time, they don't want to wait. Because their suffering hurts so much. The problem is that every time they try, your memory never comes out of their head. You're a ghost that doesn't want them. So they're stupid enough to not make it work, but then try on the side. Or restart. Or maybe people will tell them to set them up. Or people will tell them, don't be depressed. It's okay. Well, I have a feeling that their family members are possibly telling them, hey, get out of your funk. Like, they're going to build things in their head. Because you're dealing with a King of Wands. There is a King of Wands who is negatively talking about you. So that could be an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. But the thing is that if you're dealing with a water sign or a lover that you can't get along with, once the fire sign knows your truth, they're your backup plan. They may come off as an enemy. But you have an alliance that's a fire sign who's not getting along with you right now. See, it's so much easier when I'm doing it, like I'm not thinking about myself, I'm thinking about energy. Outside the box is so much easier when it's for yourself. I feel like it's more fluid. All right. So think about who this fire sign is, because if you don't think that they're in your vicinity, trust me, they're very problematic in your life. Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. They've caused hella problems in your life. And it has to do with the partner that you were with. And there's some secrets that I'm telling you guys, like there's even secrets that Capricorn knows that has not even told you. That has to do with the Aries. Yeah. But as soon as you contact the Leo for power, so there may be a Leo or another different type of fire sign that comes into your vicinity. If you get an opportunity for money, I highly recommend it if that person is on your path and you guys are like honestly talking to each other. Like you don't feel like you have any hindrances about your goals. Then I would definitely recommend you guys going into business together. But there is a person that possibly is working against you that you can turn around that will work for you, will work with you. The moment that you can communicate with that fire sign, everything is like full speed ahead. Everything is going very quick and you're immediately successful. But it's very short-lived. And then it feels like the wish is taken away from you because it's delayed again. So it's not about the destination. It's all about the journey. You guys will be a story one day to your great-grandchildren. So it doesn't end there. But it has to do with generational karma that you guys have had for even thousands of years. Where you keep repeating the same bullshit over and over. And it's not just affecting our households, but it's affecting other people's households. And for one thing, I do want to mention this, that especially with my family dynamic, from them coming from the Middle East, Middle Eastern women are really not respected there. So it would make a huge world difference if the message was the same all across the world, you know? And there would be some kind of balance, there would be some kind of understanding. And I want to know what you guys think, but I know this whole time you guys been thinking that you've been alone. Where's my partner? I need my partner to help me. You have alliances that are ready, but the Leo is the king of the jungle. Once they see the Leo, that's your superstar. You get what I'm saying? If you've been waiting for your business to be a multi-million-dollar idea, Leo's got you. Not somebody else. Libra. Leo's got you. They're waiting for you. Or if it's not Leo, it's going to be Aries or Sagittarius. They're making dreams come true, you guys. So get there. I love you all. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you guys again next month.
Sorry I'm so quiet. Next time I'll try a little more. I don't know.
Please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know how the reading goes and everything else. All right, guys. Have a great night.
Have a good night. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.